Salvete omnes, canicus mihi nomen est. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the DDO free-to-play experiment. This is Sagittacidus, acid arrow, and I am currently on a favor run. Just the first 5 favor. I'm going to see if I have any money left over for some more arrows, just so I don't run out. Do I have anything of value to sell? No, just arrows. That would be counterproductive. Okay. Don't want to run out of arrows. And it's time for Heytons Rest. So, today is July 30th. And tomorrow is the beginning of the 2021 season of minor league cricket in the United States. There has been at least one other season. COVID has thrown a lot of American cricket for a loop, which is extremely important to the people who play cricket. It is a thing for those of us that follow cricket, but I will admit that in the grand scheme of things, COVID has affected the world and individual people in probably more serious ways. Although for the people involved directly, this is it has been a trial, just like COVID has caused troubles and tribulations in my life, in my industry, and I'm sure it has affected you, possibly your own personal health, but your livelihood, your friends' lives, your family's lives, those kinds of things. So I don't want to make it sound like the biggest thing that ever, the biggest problem that COVID ever caused was messing up American cricket, but it's a thing. Not the biggest thing, but a thing. So minor league cricket is a group of 12, maybe more teams. I think there might be more teams.
There might still be other altars elsewhere in this crypt.
And I am very excited. I think it might even be broadcast on YouTube. I know it's being broadcast on Willow TV, which is a cricket subscription service that you can get through some cable providers, in particular Sling. I think Sling is kind of the biggest partnership that they have. There's a few others, but I personally subscribe just online through a web interface. So I know it's being broadcast on that, but I got some notifications that the games were happening live in my YouTube feed. So they may be watchable for free, and I don't know when I'm going to post this video, but if the league is still going on, I recommend that you look it up and see what it's all about. Cricket is a wonderful sport that I have been following for about 13 years? No. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, about 13 years.
A magical barrier blocks the way, and
it is quite complicated. I'm not going to say that, oh, it looks complicated, but it's really simple. And it does get better once you kind of learn the basics and you kind of get the point and what's going on and stuff like that. Like it definitely isn't quite as bad as it seems as first, but it is complicated. When I first started watching it, I didn't have anybody to explain it to me, and so I literally just had Wikipedia open while I was watching, trying to figure out what all the terms were and the positions and all these things, and I feel like I've gotten most of it down. But it is a wonderful sport, and there are big things happening in cricket in the United States. And so now is a good time to get in on the ground floor. So one of the things that I will say real quick, because I don't want to drag the video out just to talk about cricket, but when I first started watching cricket, it was 2008, and in 2008, in India, a new cricket league was created called the IPL, the Indian Premier League, and it has been going on since, and it's a really big tournament over there, and it's very exciting, and I love it. And I started watching cricket right when that league started, and so I got to pick a team, and I have been a fan of that team from day one, right? And that, to me, when do you get an opportunity to do that? Doesn't happen very often. And so with cricket in the United States, there will be 6 new teams, and there's one in Atlanta, Chicago, LA, I think Dallas, New York. I can't remember where all of them are. I'm pretty sure the ones that I said are correct, and maybe one in Miami. But there's 6 teams to begin with, and this is an opportunity. The league starts either 2022 or 2023. Again, COVID has messed things up. But this is an opportunity to get in on the ground floor. Now, for me, I'm kind of already locked in because my team, the Kolkata Knight Riders, which I picked because they're called the Knight Riders, and I am a child of the 80s, that team has bought the LA team. So there's going to be a Los Angeles Knight Riders cricket team. And so I'm already all in for that, right? I live closer to Atlanta. I was planning on rooting for the Atlanta team, but my hands are tied. Because it's not just the same name. It's literally the same organization, the same owners. Many of the players will probably be the same. So I don't really have a choice. But it's an exciting time. When do you get an opportunity to do this? It doesn't come along very often, especially from the beginning of a league, right? So, I mean, occasionally new teams are added and whatnot, but from the very beginning of the league to have, just to be a fan from the beginning, to me is so exciting. So hopefully you will look into that and find the sport to be as fun as I do. All right. I don't remember if I said gratias vobis ago, so I'll say it now. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time for the Storehouse Secret. Walete.